Ramiro, maybe a week and a half ago, you were in Monterrey, Nuevo Leon, and you had a very, very successful event.
Yes. So I think from my understanding, and I think I have a little bit more experience than the average person on this subject, but but Harlingen and Brownsville have really never worked together on these type of marketing initiatives. So now that the county's created its own economic development department, and me having worked with Brownsville and Harlingen in the past, we were able to organize an event. We're calling it a trade mission to go to Monterey and to spread the word of Cameron County, what's going on in Broward, what's going on in Harlingen, and to let them know that there's opportunities here in Cameron County for investments. And so it was a really great event.
Did I hear from your remarks from the podium today that up to 60 potential customers were in the audience?
No, it was actually up to 80. So there was 80 companies. There was 80 companies that were registered and were in attendance. And I've already had follow-up conversations with two different ones. Just me, personal. Harlingen's probably had for their follow-ups. Brownsville's probably had their follow-ups. But it was a great event that we show that we can work together. We're breaking down those silos now, and we're working together, and we're showing other companies that we can be a unified front. And they really appreciate that. They like to see support, community supporting each other, right? And so that's what we're showing. And it was a very successful event. And I think we're going to see more things, more marketing efforts, joint marketing efforts with us as well.
Where did the idea come from? Do you want to give a shout out to anyone in particular as to the germ of the idea?
Yeah, well, the idea started with our department, with me. Yeah, so I was talking to a colleague of mine that had a company that was interested in Cameron County. So he followed up with me. The company's from Monterey. They were looking for some information. I said, yeah. And so then, but we get to start talking. And then I thought, well, instead of just reaching out company at a time, why don't we do an event where all of us go and we reach out to several companies at once? He thought that was a great idea. We were able to partner with them. They have more connections there because they're from there. And so they were able to organize it for the event. And so they were able to invite several folks. Like I said, 80 companies showed up. And they were there, and it was after hours, so they wanted to be there. They wanted to learn about Cameron County and what the advantages are. So I think it was the quality of the connections as well that we made was very important too. So yeah, it was a successful event, and the county is honored to have organized it.
What was the feedback from your colleagues both in Harlingen and Brownsville?
Well, so since this was the first time we did it, we didn't know what to expect, right? We were just like, for all we know, 5 people could have showed up, but I'll tell you, once we walked into the event center and we saw the number of people, we were like really pleasantly surprised. We were just ecstatic with the number of folks that showed up. We were excited about the quality of folks that showed up. And we're excited to continue working together to bring more, investment, more opportunities to Cameron County.
Is there anyone in Monterey that you want to give a shout out to for helping you organize that?
Yeah, so Rodolfo Salcedo, he used to be the Economic Development Director for Matamoros. He's now with Proximity Consulting in Monterrey, and he was our main contact as far as organizing everything. So we really appreciate him for everything he did for this event. And we hope to continue working with them in the future, perhaps other cities in Mexico, and maybe we take it, internationally, globally, that kind of thing. But for now, it was a great start for this event, for our partnership.
And the fact that you've spoken to 2 of those companies already, just within a week or so, what does that tell us about the level of interest there is in Cameron County? Why is this such a special time for the county?
Right. Yeah. So as I mentioned, there's a lot of activity. The companies like SpaceX, companies like Grande LNG, companies now like Amazon that have announced that they're coming or that are already here or that are growing and expanding. It's not people from globally are starting to see that. As a matter of fact, I got a call 2 days ago from a company from the United Arab Emirates in the space industry that wants to be near Starbase now that it's incorporated. So they reached out. So all this activity is coming in, and there people are starting to realize and learn what Cameron County is, who we are, what the possibilities are, and they're interested in investing here. So now's a great time to do it.
Well, those are all the questions I had, Ramiro. Is there anything I've left out? Anything else you want to add? Any particular projects that you can announce?
Yeah, no, nothing I can announce just yet. But I just wanted to say that we're excited to continue working with our communities within Cameron County. We want to continue growing this partnership, and this is just the first of many to come. So just stay tuned, and you'll hear a lot more of what we're planning on doing.
Thank you so much for today's interview.
Thank you.